On first off, these little 3D printed Trailtech gauge plates, which will probably make out of aluminum. The 3D printer works out really well because we can kind of test the waters on certain things to see if they're going to be something that sell, and then if they do, we can make them out of aluminum, like our aluminum Navi blinkers. So for instance, this guy's going to go on the handlebar. We've got to make this part a little bit wider, but it's going to be a two-piece with some screws basically, and it will allow you to do this. Show you. First off, check out how clean the shipping area is. John and Paul have just been keeping this area all tidy. Tables cleaned off the end of every day. Shipping shelves are cleared out. All of our items that sell fast are up here. So pretty amped. The guys are doing a great job. Pat's crushing it with the YouTube stuff, and we're definitely starting to get more organized in here. So before we get right into the nitty gritty, a few things real quick. Yeah, it's funny. You guys see all that stuff on the bottom? That was all in my home shop piled up against the walls, and I got really tired of looking at it, moving it around. So we moved all the bikes out of here, and then that's all S23, our race pipes. Those are arrows there. What's up, Matt and Freeman? So yeah, all this stuff came from my house. It was all up against the walls. So super amped to get it out of my hair. I was tired of looking at it. This little thing we're gonna play with, it's leaking something all over the ground. You guys saw, this is the $400 bike that some of you on YouTube said was faster than the Sherco. So it's pretty terrifying. Not because it's fast, it's because it's such a pile and it's so poorly made. It's terrifying for that aspect. But real quick, like I was talking about these guys, if you guys have a Ruckus or anything with naked bars, they work out pretty good to be able to mount a gauge there. So pretty stoked. What's cool about this is it doesn't need to be a really, really crazy strong piece. And, you know, I can retail something like this for, you know, $4 or $5. Pretty strong. See here? Well, and that's pretty dang. I mean, they're not going to break. So, yeah, pretty strong for as cheap as it is. What?
I have a couple questions.
Okay. Oh, let me shut off the fan here.
Navi, I currently have the main box intake jet kit installed with stock exhaust for now. Backfiring on throttle closed at low speeds. Would an 88 main rather than 90 help?
Did you say put a pipe on it?
Stock exhaust. For now.
Backfiring's typically an air leak.
Yeah.
Or lean, but
exhaust air leak.
Air leak. Yeah, so check to make sure everything's sealed up tight. You can go a little bigger, but I don't think you're going to need to go bigger. Make sure you don't have an air leak on your pipe.
And then second question, this is Jeff Martin that is asking, any recommendations for baseline jets on a planing carb kit? That's our carb kit. 500 feet above sea level, stock exhaust.
For what bike?
Navi.
Well, what did SC Navi end up with? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
So I would hop on SC Navi's channel and ask on his carb, on the video with the carb, and maybe ask there because I'm not super sure. The next giveaway, I don't know, honestly, guys. I don't know if we're gonna do one again. It seems like
next giveaway is right there.
Yeah. That one. No, actually, what? No. Paul and I decided we're just going to delete the whole YouTube channel so we can never make it to 50. That way we could keep the bike. It was actually Paul's idea. He goes, let's just delete it and be like, we don't know what happened. Our account was hacked, so that way we can keep it. No. I probably won't do another giveaway. I don't know. We've been doing it for years, and it seems like doesn't. That's what I say now. It doesn't seem like it doesn't have the traction it used to, so not super sure.
Giveaways will probably be on the member side of things.
Yeah. So I don't know.
We're giving away $100 once we add 100 members. We're at 90. You were at 91.
We're giving away our support and our customer service that comes with all your purchases every day.
Any news on Navi blinker relays?
I'll have to get back to you on that one. Somehow it just keeps forgetting to get done. So
wheel options, question mark?
No, there are no Navi.
I'm working on this.
You're okay. Pat's working on Navi wheel options. It's a little tricky that they're mismatched, and they don't really allow for a whole lot of options in the rear, right? So it's, here's the thing with the Navi wheels, guys. Anytime you do custom wheels, what you have to remember is, especially something like the Navi, you're probably looking at a minimum of $1,000 by the time you do wheels and hubs.
Well, remember, it has hubs, so technically,
Yeah.
if we had a solid wheel,
But it's a 10 is a problem.
Cut it. It's 10 in the rear and 12 in front. But Steady Garage does have a 12 in the rear of it.
Yeah.
They also have different.
Yeah. But people are gonna want disc
trim
too.
cases. Huh?
Yeah, people are gonna want disc too, I would think.
Well, I mean,
Maybe not.
we're talking about people that want to keep it affordable.
Yeah.
So.
Nothing yet. We're just kind of working on the basic stuff here. Doing wheels, that's a pretty big, it's a big undertaking. And the thing is, I've learned that you have to be careful taking on projects like that. If you can't make it cost effective, then you kind of get yourself in a hole really fast. So we're just focusing on the performance parts right now.
Speaking of performance parts,
Where'd those variators go? We got 2 variators in.
oh, the ones came?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't even know it came.
Yeah.
Cam for the Navi, any update on those?
Nope. Waiting.
Waiting.
Yep. DCR typically takes
3 to 8 weeks.
3 to 8 weeks, something like that. Yeah.
So it could be.
It could be any day.
2 weeks.
It could be 2 weeks.
Tough.
Yeah. I mean, I put it.
We sent them out a little bit.
It was probably 3 weeks ago. It went out, so probably pretty soon. And then once that comes in, we'll pop that thing on the dyno and let it rip. Dang, what are you doing?
I'm trying to turn on.
What's up, SC Moto? SC Moto's the local guy, right?
No.
SC, who's?
South Carolina.
Oh, SC. That's SC Navi. No.
NW Native is the local guy.
Okay, who's SC Moto?
SC Moto is SC.
Okay, all right, changed it. All right, SC Moto. What jets did you run in your Polini kit? Somebody else in here was asking for the Navi. Curious where you ended up on that guy.
23 people in here.
Do you see this?
Yeah, this is old school.
It's old school. You actually run a program off a thumb drive. You make your own maps and curves. Yeah, dog. What's up now?
Ooh.
Yeah.
VGA to USB.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is a really old school ignition. It was like $800 back in the day, and we figured we would use it. What's funny is I had this on the Big Evo. I sold this to Mac Built, and then he never used it. I sold him for $200, and he never used it. And like 3 years later, he's like, "Hey, do you want to buy it back?" I'm like, "Sure." So I bought it back. But yeah, if you guys just want to give you kind of a quick rundown, we're making some progress here. Paul started working on the booster project, and no, it is not a pre-bug, it is a booster. So we're rocking the Athena race cylinder, the Evo, I think it's the Evo cylinder, I forget what it's called. We're rocking the new Athena, we're rocking the Stage 6 exhaust. We've got the Polini digital ignition on here. We'll make some custom maps. Stage 6 intake. It's got a Melosi crank in it. We're gonna run a smart carb on this guy. It's got the full overrange as well, mostly overrange, the Furia setup. Got the Polini Evo bell. I think that's, I forget what shock that is. It's a shock.
That's just on there.
With springs.
I don't even know if that's the one we're gonna use.
Yeah. Booster wheels, all brand new wiring harness. We've got the Blvd stand on here. Up front, we have the Paoli race forks, which are pretty sweet. You've got your adjustments and everything. We need to get one more bolt for this rotor. And then we have the booster wheels. So pretty exciting stuff. I don't think I'm gonna run this clamp. What?
Got a few things.
What?
Stage 6 valve stems.
Oh, stage 6 valve stems, boy.
And your twist throttle. We need to change that twist
The
throttle
stage
out.
6 boy.
We need to change this one out for
Oh yeah.
ST3.
So pretty sweet, guys. This should be pretty fun. Got some killer fairings for it. They've been sitting in the box for I don't know how many years. But Paul, towards the end of the day, spending a couple hours on this, towards the end of the day, getting it whipped up. And then, better yet, finally got the cylinder for this guy. Oh, and that was still running. So I don't know. I'm not sure. There's got to be settings on it. I'm not sure. Finally got the 88 for stock pipe. Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, there's air in that for sure. You can hear it. Yeah. There's air in that line.
How do you turn? Oh, you hold it.
Yeah.
So you-
So we got the cylinder back finally at the wonderful price of about $600. They charged me $90 to ship that box. 90 bucks. 90 bucks for a box that was like 6 inches by. No, I emailed them about it. I'm like, 90 bucks? That should have been like 30. So yeah, got the cylinder back on, fires right up, pressure tested good, smart carbs on it. I got to get a couple bolts here, but the plan is to have this pretty much cleaned up and wrapped up by tomorrow is the plan. Battery needs to be charged. I've got the, whatchamacallit, they're boosters are 12s. Boosters are 12s. Yeah. Got the EGT set up on it. It's pretty sweet. So it's funny about this. A lot of people, when it blew up, they're like, bro, you ran lean. You blew it up. What's the matter, stupid? You ran lean. Guys, the target is about 1200 degrees on EGT. That's like prime. It never broke. In the video, it never broke like 975 or 980 or something like that. So I was 200 some odd degrees away from target, which means I was probably 400 or 500 degrees away from any risk. So this had nothing to do with being lean, had nothing to do with braking. Like, you just started it, ran it wide open, you never broke the bike. And I'm like, no, this bike has been this.
It was ran for, I don't even know
how many times on the dyno. Yeah.
Until we finally like got it on the street to like ride it. It ran in here probably 30, 40 times before you ever rode it on the street. Hours of riding. So no, the whole cylinder was completely full of coolant. The O-ring failed, and the carburetor, the float was stuck open, so it filled the whole motor with fuel, kicked it over, and the O-ring, I think, they came with pretty crummy gaskets, so I think the O-ring was weak. Hydro-locked, it busted the O-ring just enough to where it filled the cylinder full of coolant, probably got hot, and then filled the cylinder full of coolant and just washed all the oil away. Because when I got I have not cleaned this piston. It came out this way. It's completely like steam cleaned and dry. And this ran 32 to 1. I let it warm up. It smokes a ton. No problems. EGT was perfect. And you can see it. I mean, there's literally still coolant on it right now. It's like it's steam cleaned the inside of the motor. So inside the motor's clean. That's
now.
How you clean them these days.
Yeah. But yeah, also I did the Melosi, this guy. So it's got your temp and alarm for the water pump controller. What this does is it actually changes the speed on the water pump here, and then you've got your little, looks like it's straight out of like dashboard of like a 1989 Corvette. Maybe.
It will.
Maybe, will it?
Yeah, it took a second to turn on last time.
See, when you kick it and it sparks, it turns on. So
Maybe
there it goes. Yeah, so there's your warning, and there's your, it's got some air in the line. But yeah, it's got your warning lights and stuff on it, but I need to get another inline setup for the gauge, because right now all I see is lights. I don't get an actual number because I use the sensor on the head for the Melosi.
Red is hot.
Red is hot, yeah.
Blue
So
is cold. And then I think green is go.
Yeah.
Yeah, green. Green, you just got to keep it in the green.
the Navi carb question was just the jetting. He just asked what jetting. So, yeah, got EGT on this puppy too.
What jetting do you have on? What did you end up on the Polini?
Oh yeah. Sorry, what jets did you end up on the Polini with your Navi?
Somebody was asking.
Yeah.
And then for you guys that are watching that are not members, if you would like discounts, become a member. There's a whole page on the website. It's there. It's kind of hidden. That if you have a code that we put out every couple weeks or every month, that you can get discounts.
Can you pull the page up right now on the front desk?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So Pat's gonna pull that up on the front desk. In the meantime, Paul's made some progress on this guy. This is gonna be probably the last build in here for a while. We're gonna focus on doing online stuff. We actually closed the service department because we kind of did the math, and no, Paul didn't need a rock. This is for a build. We closed the service department because we basically did the math, and we're spending so much time with people walking in asking for like GoPed parts, pit bike parts. Some guy came in last week, it looked like the Crypt Keeper. I'm not even kidding. And I said, I know what you're looking for, Harley parts. I'm looking for parts for my Indian. And then I told him to leave, and he left, and he was literally,
I'm not looking for parts on my Harley, I'm
yeah.
looking for my Indian.
He comes to the door, he opens the flap, and he starts yelling at me through the flap in the door, and I didn't want to let him back in. So then I start talking at him through this flap, but I think I figured we spend like $1,500 to $2,000 a month in labor telling people we don't have pit bike parts, and then they just want to walk through and look at everything. So we're
Should explain the signs on the door.
Explain the signs on the door?
Yeah.
What do we explain exactly?
Because you can't just come here.
Okay, yeah. So the way it works now, we're by appointment only, no walk-ins. So if you have, yeah, we even put here, none of this stuff, okay? We have limited resources. We want to use it all to make sure our customers are taken care of and we answer you guys' questions and whatnot. And if people are coming in here looking for pit bike parts or parts to, you know, mount a sprocket to the side of their GoPed for their kids' project, like that's really cool. But it's not something that we want to put time into because it takes time away from our customers. You find it?
Yep.
All right, guys, so check it out. Everything, what do we, 20% off, right?
Yep.
So take a look, guys. If you're a member, if you're like, hey man, $3 is too much money, right? All this stuff is 20% off everything. So if you're a member of our YouTube channel, you get a code and everything in here is 20% off. So something to keep in mind, if you don't want to spend $3 a month, then you're missing out on a lot because one of these little tiny items, it would pay for itself buying one or two of these little tiny things. So we do this every month. We always do discounts and whatnot.
That's a good one.
That's a good one too. Again, go down to these. Well, no, is it those? There's a taillight in here that is like $6, or there's some really cheap stuff in here.
Oh, the taillights are on here?
Maybe not. No, I don't see them.
I thought there was more stuff on
Where's the
here.
malt shaker? Paul is registering his bike.
This is a good
His Vino.
deal right
Yeah.
there. 20% off.
Yeah,
that.
so 20% off of that. Yeah, super cheap, guys.
Or these.
Those,
Ooh.
yep, cheap.
Do we have vapors in stock?
No, we don't have any vapors. They're coming. So yeah, if you're not a member and you're watching, like I said, we do this every month, 20% off of all this stuff. You could literally buy this stuff in here and post it on eBay for 20% more and make a profit. You literally could. You could buy this stuff in bulk if you wanted. And then, yeah, I mean, that's going to be like, what, $60 for the whole S23 bug eye intake kit. So that's cheap. So you're missing out. If $3 doesn't make sense to you, you got to do the math. If you're going to buy parts, it could literally pay. You could pay for a year's worth of subscriptions in just 1 month's worth of sales.
Space dust wheels on here.
Or the pre-bug wheels. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Guys, also, the pre-bug wheels here, those are on sale 20% off. This is the last that we have. So we have 1, 2, 3 sets of the pre-bug 12s. In one set of the dust. Yeah, and those are not coming back because they're way too expensive. They took forever to get. So they're on sale, and we only have 3 sets left, and you're going to get that discount if you guys join the club, the Cool Kids Club.
Paul did not get a ruckus.
No, Paul did not get a ruckus, but...
He's building a customer's ruckus.
Yeah. We also got this guy in here, which a lot of people think is ugly. I think it is ugly, but I also think it's really cool at the same time. For you guys that have Zoom 125s, none of the parts off the old Zumas work on these. They're totally different, liquid cooled, rear disc brake bike, completely different.
It has this cable that goes from this side to this side. So if you were to disconnect this cable,
yeah, look at this.
The lever wouldn't work because it's got this arm in the middle.
It's the spring.
It like hurt my brain to figure out how it worked. Paul's like, yeah, check this out. And I was like, wait, what?
Paul told me this can all come off. I'm like, I don't think so. So we're gonna change out his levers. But if you have a 2022, we just put a bunch of stuff on the website actually. Check it out. We have the front rack, we have the panniers, we have the back rack, there's a luggage bag, there's hand guards, there's like a plate for this, rack up front here. There's like some fork protectors and stuff too. They look worse in pictures, I think, and in videos than they do in person.
Yeah, they look way better in person. I mean, still may not look that cool on video, but when I saw the pictures and stuff, I was like, no. It's still not like my thing, but still looks way better. It's cool.
Yeah, it's
like it's an adventure bike now. It's not not a street bike like the other one.
I will say the suspension on the front, so as compared to the ADV, this is nothing compared to the ADV. The ADV had way better suspension. So this feels a lot more.
Raise the bars on it too.
Yeah, I saw that, the bar risers. I wasn't super impressed with the suspension. It definitely needs upgrades because it's just kind of stiff. But JJ got some knobbies on here. I'm waiting on a few other parts. Got some Coso parts coming. And basically everything. So this thing should be totally outfitted in a couple weeks. You could almost use like a shorty front fender too. That thing's, look how long that is, dude.
Adventure bike, bro.
Doesn't need to be that long though. Maybe?
It's helpful.
I don't know. It looks weird. But
What else is going on? Everything's moved.
Oh no. Oh, SC Moto, I asked about the Cub parts. Was it the Cub was never sold in Taiwan, right? The Cub was never, I believe, so I asked about it. I believe the Cub was not sold in Taiwan from what they told me. So parts are very expensive because they have to get them from Japan, or they have to get them wherever they were manufactured and then shipped to Taiwan and then shipped here. So I can't really get any deals on the OEM factory. We can get good prices on OEM factory upgraded parts on bikes sold in Taiwan because a lot of our suppliers in Taiwan, like for that bike, we can get all the Yamaha stuff. But when it comes to like, I keep smelling the Traeger. Oh, it smells like something's running right now. But the Cub wasn't made in Taiwan, so from my understanding, or wasn't sold in Taiwan, so the parts weren't manufactured there, so it's not, you can't really get any deals on any of the Cub stuff. Because Pat said you're looking for
He's looking for the Euro stuff.
The Euro stuff.
I already told him. I think he already ordered it.
Cool.
But he said that somebody scratched his fender.
That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah. Brandon brought all of his S23 parts in.
Yep. It's just a few things. I can't tell how many times I moved all this stuff to my house by myself, and then I put it all in a trailer, and then unloaded it all in the trailer, and then put it all back in the trailer. But it was a pickup truck loaded at a time. But we're pretty stocked up on arrows. We're stocked up on the S23 race pipes.
Tires on the website.
Oh, yeah. Good point, Pat. We're blowing out all the tires. Not all of these are listed because some of these we're going to keep. But we listed I think they're like 25 to 35 bucks a piece.
Yep.
For the tires. Also, you guys may have seen some of our stuff on eBay when we shut our eBay account down.
Oh, really?
Because they were charged, because some people were returning things and asking questions. We had a below seller rating because the app wasn't uploading stuff fast enough. And so they're charging us $15 per like $100. We were paying in fees, and it was like $1,000 a month in fees. So I said, I'm not dealing with it anymore. So no more eBay. It's not worth it. But yeah, a lot of these tires are up for dirt cheap. And then we have a bunch of batteries. If you guys something you forget about, go to the garage sale section, guys, and look at the batteries, the tires. We have a ton of used parts. There are a lot of things that we literally, there's tires back there. There are a lot of things that we put up. Yesterday I put up a used 28mm Plini carb. I put up a air filter and a water pump, and every single one of them sold within an hour, and all really, really cheap. So make sure you guys check the garage sale section. There's stuff going in there every day. We have a Derby motor here. We have a pile of engine cases upstairs. We have a ton of stuff. And my goal over the next few weeks is to kind of clear house because I'm sick of looking at all the clutter, and just get rid of a bunch of parts. Tires, depending on where you're at, hop on the website and look. It's based on weight and location. If you're in California, if you're in, depends on where you're at, it is going to change the rate that you're going to get charged. So,
what weight torque oil 2012 Zuma average weight rider stock fork scored in?
A lot of guys put Harley fork oil in their bikes. It's thicker. I don't know what weight oil to use, but a lot of guys
say on the Grom, I think it's like stock like 3 or 5. So maybe 5 to 8 weight would probably be fine. If you go thicker, I would just play around with it. It doesn't take very much. So just look up in your manual on how much it takes and just try a couple different ones out.
Yeah.
That's going to be probably your best bet because different people like different things. I know guys with Groms that put like gear oil like 90 weight.
That's,
and I'm like, what the heck? And I put just like 5 up from the normal. So I think I put like 12 or something weird in mine, and it felt great. But I ride these other guys' bikes with like the 90 weight in.
Price feels,
feels
yeah, a
weird.
little strange. So yeah, over the next this week, the AEROX should be wrapped up. The booster should be pretty close, man. I mean, it's not that.
Pretty much ready to go now. You just gotta put all the wiring on it.
Yeah, probably going to get brake line, the wiring. I'm sure there's gonna be little relays and kind of weird little things here and there.
But the motor will run.
The motor, yeah, the motor just needs.
Ooh. Don't tell Brandon everything. What have you been up to?
Paul! Hey, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Skylar's complaining that the box didn't have enough money or didn't have enough parts in it, yet he chose to pick through here and take all the free helmets and didn't say anything about the free helmets he got, right? Anybody want a stage 6 helmet? Come and get it. It's yours. Or this guy?
If you want the helmet, you get the whole box.
You gotta take the whole box. The radiator's in here. There's all kinds of good stuff in there.
Come tomorrow.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it's getting thrown away.
I try to throw it all away, but April's like, don't throw it away. That's wasteful. So.
Okay, we'll throw it in the recycling bin instead.
Well, maybe we could give. Could we do a package? I think we need to give that to a tweaker for sure. I think we need to give it to a
They said
tweaker.
that we should give it to. Somebody said that we should give it to the members.
It'd be so easy to put in a box and just ship.
Huh?
We just ship it. Yeah. Hey, what if it's a deal where each member had to ship it to another member?
That would be pretty funny.
Like, hey, what can we do to get that bike like all the way across the United States?
It would cost more that way.
Well, but if it was each, yeah, it'd be like $6,000 in shipping by the time it got there.
For a $500 pit bike that's garbage. You don't want that. That's the thing. It's like we could give it away to a member, but it would be more like a burden.
What are we talking about? It's just a burden, Pat. Fires right up. Ooh, do you hear when it shuts off? It's like sounds like loose change. What's funny about this is the head and the cylinder are all one. It's like one pressed on piece. Is kind of funny, but
So
it's one.
squeezed together.
Ooh, Paul heard it.
What?
Paul heard his bike start up.
Huh?
Paul heard his bike start up. No, this is your bike.
This is Vino.
Your Vino? You take it home? Oh, it's got scooter parts piled on it.
One scooter part.
Yeah.
Sweet wheelie bikes.
Yeah.
Sweet Navy.
Yeah, sweet Navi. We're putting the Navi back together now because it makes more sense to not do what we were going to do with it. What are you doing there, buddy? How much was registering your bike?
$230.
$230?
Yeah.
How is it $360 to register my motorhome and it was that much to do a scooter? How does that make sense?
Title.
I did title too.
Yeah. So I don't know.
How does that make sense? A scooter's the same price as a car?
Just
I
be
think
happy
so.
you weren't in Las Vegas. Las Vegas is every single year.
Really?
Here it's 2 years, so it sucks. It used to be like 3 or 4.
It used to be 3. You know how California works, right? If somebody lets a vehicle sit, you have to pay all the back registration. So if a vehicle sits for like 30 years, it could cost you like $10,000. Yeah, so then they...
Couldn't you just register it in a different state and then register it in California?
They put a lien on it.
California does? Oh,
Some
Lord.
bullshit like that.
California's like the worst state to live in. Sorry if you live there. It's beautiful, but it sucks. This thing is going downhill, Paul. Hey, guys, so this weekend, there's an event called the Alley Sweeper.
Oh, it's this weekend?
Yeah.
I thought it was last week.
Paul, don't. Oh. And so I think we're going to take these 2
I
bikes.
thought you were taking your CT.
I don't know. I think this would be nice. That way, if like I got to jump off of it
Jump it.
and
Jump it.
and then if I have to jump on the back with you because I crashed, then, you know. Yeah. But no, there's all these alleys in Portland. I don't know how many miles there are of them, but people think it's their property, but it's not. It's like a public right of way.
If we hold on to these for 3 months, we could do a giveaway.
No, we're not
after
giving them
that.
away.
That's just flying somebody out and having them sit here and they could ride one of those.
And then ride one of these. Well, this one may not Both of them are kind of
This
questionable.
one ran with no oil
Remember-
for a long time.
Remember this one? We thought it blew up, but we realized it just ran out of gas. Yeah.
Does it have oil in it? I
Neither
think it may be overfilled.
neither one are super reliable.
No, this one's pretty good. It just broke a few times.
It broke a few times, yeah. CH80, we should be getting some parts for that next week, maybe or so. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but we got the carb adapters. We got variators and
To
stuff.
prolong my starter life.
What is it?
We have
That's what's advertised
CDIs and stuff. For
We have CDIs, we have clutches, bells. So we pretty soon should have a carb kit. What are you doing?
Brake levers.
We have brake levers. You're right.
Just have that key in that.
Yeah. Hey, could you somehow mount that?
There you go.
No, can you mount it to the airbox and have like a pull choke cable that actually
No, I
pushes the
think
knob?
We may or may not. Oh,
No,
we did. I
you
didn't
just
even
leave
have
it
to
right
take the
there.
screw off. We drilled a hole for starting fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I forgot about that hole.
Just get a long little nozzle that goes down there, and you just get.
A hose. Or strap it to the handlebars and run a really long hose to the airbox.
It doesn't need it all the time, just when it sits.
Yeah. You guys got
I
any
never
questions?
clean the carb on it.
Tuning? Whoa, easy. Hey, hey, don't scratch my bike.
Buddy, bro. This is.
SC, you're not talking about that, are you? Lord, that sounds terrible.
That's how we warm it up.
SC, you're not talking about the CH80, are you? For $4,000?
Yeah,
Navi.
if they're $4,000, I'll get you
Uh,
one for $3,000.
Yeah.
You pay
We'll,
for shipping.
we'll get you 10 shipped to your door for $2,500 each, and you can sell them for $4,000. Deal?
What the hell?
Wow,
Seriously?
$4,000. That's crazy. Those
They're
are like
everywhere for like 800 to
800
It's
to.
like a $300 scooter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
If you
Yeah.
want one really bad, just literally look in Portland and
They're
then
everywhere.
have it.
Yeah.
Have the person drop it off here and then pay for your shipping and stuff, and pay Brandon for
Royalties,
storage.
security,
Yeah.
heated, climate controlled
And then order
environment.
parts, but put them in. Like we'll tape them to that, and it'll save you on shipping.
Yeah,
on your
that's true.
parts.
Jeff, I don't know if you're backfiring. That sounds like you're too lean. Or make sure that you got everything back tight in that carburetor, because that's not a common thing. Typically, that's an exhaust leak. I know you, like you said, it's.
Your exhaust been off your bike.
He said no, it hasn't. So that doesn't mean it's not loose from the factory.
What?
This
Now he has the backfire.
it's a loosey goosey here.
Looks like it was put together by Brandon.
I think it needs to be tightened down. I know just how to do it. Look at my toolbox, guys. It's getting a lot better. However, this drawer has all the miscellaneous things and also has razor blades mixed in. So this is always a bit of a gamble going into this drawer. So I typically just kind of avoid that drawer as much as I can. Pat's laughing. It's true. It's a dangerous drawer. When I feel risky, then I'll get into that drawer. But
I wouldn't even worry about the backfires, honestly.
Sounds cool.
People pay money for those things.
yeah, carb gasket. The Navi carbs, guys. I hate the Navi carbs. They're hard to get off. They're a pain in the butt. They're just, I don't like the carbs. So for me, one of the biggest benefits of doing the carb upgrade is just to get rid of the stock exhaust.
So I just hit the kill switch and give it wide open throttle.
Oh, yeah.
And then shut it, or no, turn it back on and shut it, and it was shooting like flames
Yeah.
like this big.
The, what?
Because that's what it does. It is
was
how
also-
you
it
get the
also had no
backfire.
oil in
Hey.
it at that time,
It
too.
interrupts the spark, so it'll turn one or two sparks off, and then it'll load the fuel and then ignite it.
Wasn't that Vespa supposed to get picked up yesterday? No, maybe tomorrow. Today.
This morning.
Yeah. Paul is going to get this ruckus done tonight.
Hey,
Huh,
check
Paul?
out what John got. John
Did you say no? You got to finish that thing.
John got
We need to-
Oh.
I'm on bandsaw blades.
You're right. You're right, Paul.
I saw that.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else going on. I've got a stock Navi mount. We may make a stretch one. Not super sure. See if there's a demand for that or not. But maybe, maybe not. Got a barbecue tomorrow. Pretty excited about that. Shipping counters all cleaned up. A lot of things are selling fast. Those Elite taillights are flying. SS's carb adapter. Perfect. Point. Yeah, we got a bunch of Plini coming too. Everybody's moving really slow right now. A lot of these suppliers are super slow. But John put together some of the gauge filler plates. We did the billet Navi things. These are going really fast too. On the Navi, the Mosi kit installed the white Contra. I'm putting the Delta clutch. It should be pretty close. Yeah, it should be super close on that. We have the billet Navi. These guys are selling really fast. Also, guys, we have the flat ones where you can fit 2 blinkers in, and they come with blinkers as well. What's cool about all this stuff here is we printed it, made sure it worked, got it made local. John packs all this stuff and does everything here really nicely, so everything's all separate and bagged and tagged. So he puts a lot of, well, we all put a lot of effort and work into these. These are pretty cool too. These guys just bolt to your license plate, and then you've got a hole on one side and a hole on the other, and your blinkers install. So if you have a bike that you don't have blinkers on the back, or you don't want to install something else, these are like, I think it's 29 bucks, something like that. But yeah, that bolts right behind your license plate, and then you have 2 spots for your LEDs. Looks really clean and flush. Spree guys, we are discontinuing a lot of our Spree parts. So this is a frame gusset that you weld to your Spree frame to make it stronger. We have 1, 2, 3, we have like 10 left, just rounded up. Those are gonna be discontinued. These guys are going to be discontinued too. That's to install a disc brake stem on your Spree. Just a few items that aren't selling good. So I figured let you guys know if you want it, get it now.
So you don't want to buy a bicycle? I got 2.
No, every time you try to sell your bike, but it doesn't sell.
Somebody's going to be like, oh, that's a sweet bike. I want to buy it.
No.
Did you answer Esimo's Delta clutch?
Yes, it'd be really close. No, when I rode your bike last time, everybody made fun of me because they said it looked like a Ronald McDonald bike. It looks like ketchup and mustard. It's a hot dog, bro, with ketchup and mustard on it.
It's cool
Hey.
if it was any other color scheme.
Yeah, somebody just said the Ronald McDonald bike. Hey, if I dress up like a hot dog, people would think it was a hot dog with ketchup and mustard going down the road.
I have the black one too.
Yeah, that bike is cool. This bike is a Ronald McDonald machine. I feel like a weirdo riding this thing. You got it. The only way you can pull this off if you're like riding wheelies and dodging and weaving traffic, because then you can pull it off. But otherwise, you just look like a nerd. You just look like a nerd riding this thing around. Hey, you gonna take your stuff home, there, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've told him. It's been a while. I'm gonna start calling you. Well, no, I can't call you Skylar. Can I? So yeah, these guys are going fast, guys. We have the clear ones too. We have the clear ones again. These are going super fast, and the JDM tails for the pre-bugs. Those are flying off the shelf too.
Where did we put all the cubbies? We saw them all?
John's got them all boxed up. Yeah, John's got them boxed up. Also, guys, these Rumia cranks, they're mini strokers. They're the only good cranks for DOs that are going to be a short mini stroke with no machine work. I have got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I have 18 of them. I bought 100. This is the last. I had a pallet of new old stock. That's the last of the last, so 18 of them. We bought what did we buy?
It wasn't a pallet. We bought 200.
Was it 200?
It had to have been on a pallet because when I moved it into that room, it was like this
Nope,
tall.
they all came in boxes.
Okay, well, it's 200. So
About a pallet.
whether it's on a pallet or not, it's 200. Paul. That even is your name. We should run a background check on Paul to see if he really is who he is.
Ooh, we should do a background check on Paul. I bet he has got it.
You think so? John got this area all organized. Have myself a little Jolly Rancher up in here.
I haven't even seen what's in these.
Hey, Paul, can you open a Jolly Rancher with one hand?
Whoa.
Can you? Yeah, right?
Look at this.
I told you, man. John's like the mother goose, man. He does not mess around. Look how clean this. I like how clean this is.
Really working hard.
John's working real hard. He's trying to get on steady.
He's working himself out of a job because it's starting to get really organized.
Is he? It's nice. It's clean. All right, guys. Anything else? We're here for you. What do you got?
Questions.
Questions. How about, has Paul pulled a scooter babe yet? Paul, just lie and say, yeah, give us a story.
Yeah, in Seattle, you pulled babe. Scooter babe. On your scooter.
That was on my scooter.
Was on your scooter.
That was a T-Max. You can pull babes on T-Maxes.
No. Hasn't happened yet. This
No.
year.
Nothing serious.
No, nothing at all.
No?
Just
It's the
just
what?
for fun.
There's been like 2 nice days this year so far.
Yeah, true.
I've been.
It was literally 80 a week ago.
It was.
79 degrees.
All the fly honeys are in
And then
hiding.
It snowed today.
I know.
It snowed yesterday.
It just snowed. Yeah, it snowed today.
It like hailed, sleet type stuff.
Paul's waiting.
Yeah.
For the right woman. I told him he needs to get an older woman.
No, absolutely not.
I think.
Yeah.
Ooh, one of my followers on YouTube has it bad for Paul. Woo, what's his name? No.
Mid 40s,
Yep.
bro.
Because.
One that's like fit, in shape, mid 40s.
And we'll treat him like a child.
Exactly.
Yeah, see? Everybody gets it but you.
You just call her mommy, she'll buy you everything
Yep.
you want.
Yep.
And you just put it down.
Cars, food.
You get your practice in because
Yep.
you know you need your practice.
Yeah.
I was
And
gonna
then
say
you're
something,
good
but I'm
to
not
go.
gonna say it.
Experienced ladies, Paul.
PG it, Paul. Break it down. PG.
No, I think it's kind of weird because I think he's the same age as his mom. I think his mom is 40-something, right?
No, his mom's my age, 41.
My mom's like 41 or 42.
Sweet, that's perfect. Fine when your mom's hot friends.
Are you going down a really weird road right now, Paul?
No, it's just not. Dude,
Hey, you imagine waking up though and like you doing your laundry, making you
I'm
breakfast.
sure it'd be nice, just not for me.
You don't want a mother figure? What's Paul's type of girl?
SC says some chick hit him up on Instagram asking for you, but
What?
she's yeah.
That's a damn dirty lie.
Paul's looking at his DMs right
No,
now.
hit SC Moto up asking about you. Doesn't make any sense.
No. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
I don't. That's a lie too.
No, that's look.
Luke,
That's
swipe
look
out
at
your
look at.
knives.
See
I'll call him right now.
who?
Luke?
Yeah.
Call him.
Why are you lying?
That's his wife, dog.
you're not.
That-
Oh, his wife?
You're gonna call him to ask if his wife thinks you're hot?
No.
No, I just want to know who.
21? Are we gonna go with Mott Boys in Vegas? I don't know because last time I went to Vegas, this dude and Skylar were pretty much sleeping the entire time.
That's not true.
It was
You
lame.
have to take power naps.
Yeah, they take power naps. These two old guys held it down.
I'm the oldest, and I was still fine.
Yeah.
I also lived in Vegas for 6 years.
Him and Skylar just want to sleep all day. Well, no, not in here. In Vegas, he didn't really want to party, so I'm not sure what we're gonna do. When Paul, what are we gonna do if you're 21, Paul?
She looks a little too fast for Paul.
Paul doesn't drink.
Hit me up on Insta and Sun Hugh. What?
Paul doesn't drink. That's good though.
Paul's had sips.
Yeah, but he doesn't. It's good. It's better not to drink, honestly.
Oh, he's gonna become an alcoholic.
No.
He's
No.
gonna find like that one drink that he really loves. And then
Zima.
Smirnoff Ice.
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
That was my
Oh,
thing.
Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, boys.
Schlager, some friggin'
Yeah. What's the other stuff?
Rumplemint's.
Rumplement's nasty. We used to do like the Monarch or the vanilla.
Ooh, Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds good right now.
Tic
Now
Tacs
I'm
are good.
triggered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Red Bull and orange
Yeah.
juice.
I had a bunch of Red Bulls. I had 11 Red Bull vodkas in one night. And told April, she's like, "You should have died that night." I didn't know. I'm still here. Oh, Project Navi. We killed that project. We're putting stock motor back in it because we need.
Produce more parts for the next.
Yeah, we got to produce more parts. Maybe later, but we got a cam. We got to be able to test the cam out. We have to be able to street ride it. We have to be able to test everything because right now, the amount of hours and time put into doing a race build doesn't pencil out because we need to still do more testing on the bike. So, yeah. All right. You guys got anything else? We're gonna kill it here, but make sure you post and ask what you want to see, what you don't want to see. Stroking Cam the Navi. Oh, hey, we ordered a potential big bore kit. Never showed up. That was a while ago.
We did, yeah.
That was like 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Cam will be here soon. We have 2 prototype variators that could put the variators that we have to rest.
Well, let me grab them.
But we have to test it.
Are these the 16 by 13s, Paul? These?
I'm not sure what one is. The other one's 18 by 14.
Yeah, it's like 16 by. Okay, so we have 2 Navi prototype variators that we got.
One's
Yeah.
lightweight, one's heavy.
Well, and they're going to use
One's bigger, one's
easier to
smaller.
find rollers versus what the Navi's using. So
This looks kind of like...
we could send these to SC Navi to test them out. We have to figure out the rollers, but these will be cheaper than the Melosi.
Roller kits.
Yeah, but the nice thing is you have way more options for rollers that come with them. It would be cool to sell it with packs of like multiple packs of rollers.
Whole tuning kit.
It's just
So-
sliders.
Yeah. So
So this is the advantage.
This one's gonna
You
work
could have
better.
Is this one bigger?
You could have a set of whole tuning kit with one of those.
Yeah.
Instead of just buying a pair at a time.
So yeah, let's send these to SC Navi, and he can we can send some rollers. He can test them out. Maybe send a roller tuning kit. But I think that one's. Wait a minute, Paul.
What?
The ramp plates are gonna be different, aren't they?
No.
Check it out. You're gonna have to hold on side. See, do they line up?
No.
Nope.
Maybe just the slides. Maybe this one fits a little bit loose.
Mhm.
Or something.
We'll have to
This
try.
one's tight.
We'll have to try it on
Yeah.
ours first.
We could even get you can buy the Melosi ramp plate too. But in theory, that's all that you really need. A lot of these companies, they just do the fronts, or they just do the pulley without the dry faces. So, yeah.
Well, the other one didn't have the drag piece.
Gordon, send me info on the stroker crankshaft you showed in the video. I'm not sure what you're referring to. A stroker crankshaft in a video.
No.
Oh, the Rumia crank. That's not for anything that you own. That's for Honda. Well, that's for Honda Dio or Honda Elite AF16.
Yeah. There's only a few
It's a mini stroke. It's a
18 left.
Is it 40, 43.4 or 44? 44. Is it 43.2?
44.
If you type in Rumia crank on the website, you have the specs.
80.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, this will not fit the what is that thing that he has? Dragster or something? What is
No,
that?
it's no. No. If he buys one, I'm gonna refund him.
No, if he buys it, he can have it. He can.
Buys it, he's not gonna be able to return it.
If you buy that crank full price with shipping, we will ship you the crank.
And that's it.
But it will not have a return. You cannot return it.
He will not have a return.
What he uses it in a GoPad.
You can use it in whatever he wants. Just it's not
True.
coming back here once it leaves.
No. All right. Nothing else, boys. We're gonna pulse.
Become a member.
Yeah. We showed you
Someone's
guys.
gonna get $100.
We showed you guys the deals and the sales. We're gonna do everything.
1 in 100 chance
Oh.
of winning $100.
I mean, I don't know how much.
Probably better than that because likely we'll try and contact somebody and they won't respond.
What's funny is Pat's telling you about this. I don't even know what he's talking about. I'm the only company I don't even know what he's talking about. But that's good for you.
Brandon said that he's going to give away $100 to our first, one of our first
Look at.
100 people. No, not cash. But
Oh
I'll take the
no!
cash.
I actually need that.
$100 store
I need that.
credit.
I've got some taxes to pay.
$100 store credit to somebody in the first 100 members. We're gonna give $100 away.
Okay.
$100. store
What if
credit.
I sign up with 20 accounts?
Oh.
You can do whatever you
That
want.
would only
That's
be
fine.
$60 with that.
Then that would give you more chances to win.
That's true. That's true. You're gonna go ride. Paul wants to ride his bicycle. He doesn't know that song, do you? No. All right.
Queen.
Paul's gonna ride his bike. I'm gonna go home. Next giveaway idea. Do those mini stroker cranks work on 94? They do. Yes. These are the only cranks you can install with
They have to port their cylinder
no machine work.
and bolt it on.
Okay. If you buy it, the best cylinder to run with these is a Melosi cast iron kit. The courses are not the best. MHRs are not the best. NCYs are not the best. The Melosi cast iron kits are the best. You have to trim a little bit off the bottom of the piston, about 1 millimeter, and they bolt right on. Remember, anybody doing a mini stroker crank or a stroker crank, you can't just bolt things on. You have to adjust your port timing and duration and whatnot, and oftentimes you're squishing compression. These are the only ones you can just pop on and go. With the Melosi, trim a little bit off the pistons, and they bolt right on off the bottom. Yeah, you're talking about this guy, right, Jamie? The Rumia crank? Yep, mini stroker for 94 Elite. So mini stroker is a small stroke, right? I believe the Elite is like a 39.1 or something, right?
40.
Right. Most mini strokers are 43.4, 44 millimeter strokes. It's a longer stroke, and then the stroker, when they talk about the big stroker, that's like a, what is it, 50, or I don't remember what the stroker cranks are. They're 52.6 and 54, right? Or is it all 52.6? Yeah. So they have a longer, bigger stroke. So when you do the bigger strokers, you got to cut a giant hole in your, you got to cut out your cases to clearance it. So I don't like doing that typically because you butcher a case and then you're filling it full of Chinese parts. So, or that's what most people end up doing. But we got a ton of gears too. I think some of these are on sale. But yeah, become a member if you're not a member. And maybe Paul will just donate his bicycle to a new member. Maybe.
These are the same roller size.
Are they? No. All right, boys. Thank you for watching. Got questions, let us know later. Thank you for being members and supporting us and paying for Paul's Ronald McDonald bike.
Are they paying for this?
Well,
Paul will give that away to 90 people have to enter, and you can enter $10. If somebody's
Yes.
down for that,
Not for this one.
yeah.
$900.
You would take $900 for that? No, you wouldn't. You take $900 for that?
I need 1,000 at least.
Okay, 100 entries, $10.
SC Moto says McDonald bike should be given away. Hey, you know what you should do?
It shouldn't.
Hey, Pat, can you paint him a sticker on the front that's the Hamburglar?
I'm taking this off.
Or no, just a layer of cheese. 2 buns and a layer of cheese in the middle?
A cheeseburger, just a big cheeseburger.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
call Paul the big cheeseburger.
He's the
What's up,
what?
cheeseburger?
I don't get it.
Well, it's red and
How
yellow.
Don't you get it?
This actually looks just like my Banshee. My Banshee's red and yellow too.
You should buy it.
No, I don't think so.
Brandon went and rode his Banshee. You got 2 Banshees?
I do.
He's had like 4 this year.
No, I've had 3. I just flip them.
Wait, but I thought you bought.
No.
I thought you bought the first one. That's the one you have now.
Mm-hmm.
You bought the second one, which was. Do you still have the spray painted one?
No, I flipped that one. I
So-
took all the good parts off of it
So
and
where's-
put my crummy parts on it, and then I flipped it and sold it.
Where'd the other one come from?
I have only owned 2.
You just
But
said
you
had
just
4.
bought one. You just bought like the stockish one.
No, I didn't.
You've had it?
The purple one?
Yeah. This.
I own 2 Banshees. I've only bought 3. I flipped and sold the spray painted one.
You said you had 4.
No.
Literally just seconds ago.
No,
Yes.
no.
That's what you
See,
said.
No.
On film.
Did I?
Yes.
No, that's not.
I like
No.
rewind it if you want.
No, unless I had a spaced out head retarded
That
moment. But
happens a lot.
no, it does, doesn't it?
So you're just flipping Banshees now?
Well, I'm finding out they don't have a lot of value here. They have a lot of value everywhere else. Here in Oregon, they're cheap. So cheap.
So put them up for sale in Sand Cities.
This is a Sand City.
This isn't, but near the
Oh,
beach.
like Trevor's saying, Vegas, both my bikes would sell for $2 or $3 grand more than what I paid for
Put it
mine.
up for sale in Vegas.
Yeah, I know.
Then get it there.
Have them ship it. They'll pay for shipping.
Yeah,
It's like it's probably like $900.
they don't have they don't have any value here. There's a ton here in Oregon because the dunes are here. All the big racing companies are here. So
There's a ton of them by the beach.
tons.
Somebody
Yeah.
showed me.
All right. SC Moto says I like the bike, Paul.
Yeah, it's sweet.
He says, yeah, it's sweet. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being members. And enjoy the weather. Don't crash.
Yeah.